I know all of you know that Palm Springs is kind of the official start of the award season. When it comes up, we know that we're getting into the thick of things. And so here, a lot of you are, again, being recognized with the ensemble performance for this film. Will, I'm going to start with you. What does it mean for you to be here with this group being recognized for this film?
Yeah, you know, it is such a beautiful honor. This group right here, every day on set, through COVID, you know, and you know, we were shooting in the middle of the initial onset of COVID. So we were among the first groups that had to learn how to figure how you're going to make a movie while you were doing it. And the way that this group fell into the roles of family and friends, you know, we felt like war buddies. You know?
The chances of achieving the kind of success that you're talking about is just very, very unlikely.
Okay, you're making a mistake, but I'm gonna let you make it.
You know, coming out of this thing. But the value and the importance of the story, to have Venus and Serena and the Williams family on set with us, and it felt like we were doing something that had true value. It was things that we all agreed with, just as human beings, that we wanted to say and we wanted to put into the world. And it was just, you know, one of the most beautiful experiences of my career, being able to watch Saniyya and Demi, you know, suffer and triumph. Was, you know, just, it brings tears to my eyes when I even think about it.
I want to go to Saniyya and Demi though real quick, because Will, you mentioned something about like being family and friends. And I have to tell you, I mean, as much as I love seeing this ensemble, I could not take my eyes off of you two girls together on screen doing the work that you did. So congratulations to you two for sure. But tell me about that chemistry. How was that born between the two of you? Was it immediate? I'm gonna start with you, Saniyya, and then Demi, I want you to chime in.
Oh my goodness, that's my little sister, you guys. Man, I mean, honestly, as soon as I learned that I booked the role, Mr. Ray was like, "Hi, Saniyya, this is Demi's number. You're her big sister now, so you need to start talking to her." And I was like, all right, here we go. And she kind of instantly became my Serena. And it was kind of awkward at first, but then after a while, it just kind of naturally happened. Like we were like twin flames. It was beautiful, like, to watch, and I love her so very much. And I think we both, I don't know, we grew as actresses, and I'm just so very proud of her. It makes me so emotional. How Venus feels about Serena is how I feel about Demi forever.
The most dangerous creature on this whole earth. It's a woman who knows how to think.
Yes, Daddy. It was definitely a little awkward at first. And we always joke about it now, because I remember the first day we met, we were just like so quiet. We were like staring at each other. We didn't say anything. We were like, hi. It's so funny, you know, but you know, we're really, really close now. I'll literally call her every day, just to, like a new issue every day. Saniyya, what am I gonna wear? What am I gonna eat? I don't know what to do. Help me with my homework. And she picks up the phone, even though she knows she's gonna have to be dealing with some of my nonsense. And she sits there for however long it takes for me to find my outfit or pick what I want to eat. And she's like the bigger sister that I never really had. I'm the oldest sibling. So she is really my little sister, and I'm so grateful.
I love hearing that. You don't hear that often, you know, coming out of movie sets a lot of times, to know that a genuine sisterhood, a genuine friendship has been built. So I love to hear that. Tony and Jon, I want to come to you guys and ask you both, because this is an ensemble, I'm wondering, is there a memory with this entire group together, really offset maybe even, while making this film, that stood out as a favorite memory for you guys? Tony, I'm gonna start with you, and then Jon, you can pick up.
Yeah, sure. I mean, the ensemble thing is such a perfect it feels like this company it's just such a great description of this, what the atmosphere of this film was. Because to answer your question, the first time when we were in rehearsal that I was with the family, I was really overwhelmed by the relationship that they had all forged off camera, completely, naturally and organically. They were a family, all this gaggle of girls all wrapped up in each other, dancing and talking, and Will and Aunjanue being literally mom, come on, we gotta get to work now, come on. And Will teasing and joking around and making fun of them. And then, when I stepped in, they just welcomed me right into the family, and honestly, in the way that the Williamses did with Paul Cohen, my characters.
Watch him hit a few balls.
All right.
So tell me your names again.
I'm Venus. I'm Serena.
So what'd you think?
It really immediately let me know, what the really unique nature of this project was going to be, and it was all about family. It was one of those things that you feel when you are welcomed into a family. It's a very special, experience in any situation, and on a film set, it's rarer. Because everyone's there doing a job, but it's always its best when that happens. And so, having the Palm Springs recognize that in this movie is really, really amazing.
I love that, Jon.
I remember being in scenes and just being able to look at Aunjanue, just us being able to share a look. There's no written dialogue really between us, and my whole chemistry changed. Everything in me changed, and there's just anywhere you look, you can look at somebody who is right there with you and will affect you, and everything matters and everything's vital. And that's when you play together as a full instrument. And it is my absolute favorite acting to be a part of. It's why I do this.
I just had what Oprah calls a light bulb moment, because Jon, you said, and that's what it was. Aunjanue, it's those looks. It's the unwritten word. It's those quiet moments. Like, we're going to talk about you like you're not in the room for a second, just so you know. Will, can you just speak to, there was that moment when it's the scene with the two of you and she's giving you your business, and it was that quiet moment at the end that just melted me. It melted me. Can you just talk about like being with her as an actress and what Aunjanue brought to this movie and then to Orson?
So yeah, we've talked about it, and it's hard to describe if you've never been in a scene, right? So sometimes you feel like you toss something at an actor and it just misses and falls on the floor, right? And then every once in a while, it comes back at you in a way that you never even imagined. It's almost like a dance. It's like a sparring match. And Aunjanue, like all great actors, knows how to push buttons inside of you that you're not expecting or not used to having pushed, right? And you see it in sports a lot, where where athletes will elevate to the level of the people that they're playing with, and that's definitely what happened for me, going toe to toe in those scenes with Aunjanue. It's a magical chemistry thing that you can't buy. You can't demand. It's just something that is magic, and Aunjanue is a magic maker.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
No, ma'am, you're gonna have to sit here and take this today. And now I do want to ask you, Aunjanue, will King Richard, this film, go down as one of the most impactful roles that you've done? And is there a specific scene, or is there a reason why that would be the case for you?
To do the best work that I can do, I have to feel this. There's this phrase that we use in church all the time, feeling propped up on every leaning side. And that's what my experience was working on this film. And I cannot say enough about what it was like for me to be a part of history as I see it, because I know that in, a few years, Demi, Singleton, and Saniyya, Sidney are going to be, our touchstones of what acting is for women in American cinema. And I can say I was there. I was there when that happened. And I was with Tony Goldwyn, who I have so much respect for and have had so much respect for so many years, and have watched Jon Bernthal in films, and not knowing who he was personally, of course, but just seeing him in things and just thinking like that there was something so raw and just so, I don't know, like of the constellations, like that energy, that thing that, like physical stars have. And then I, worked with Will Smith, who is a superstar. But everybody who, wants to be a superstar should come and watch how this superstar works, because he works in a way that is not just about his kindness is what is most important to him when he walks on set every day. And so when you have a scene partner like that, when you have a producer like that, it just makes you better. It just makes you better. It makes you feel like you can take risks. It makes you feel like you don't have to perform. It just makes you feel like you can just show up and have an experience with someone on camera. And the fact that we were doing that all in the project of honoring this Williams family, I would look around every day, and just think, to myself, I did something right at some point in my life.
Will, I do want to ask you this question too. I want to throw this to you because the movie is called King Richard. You've had some very impactful roles in your career, but this one, how does it go down in the pantheon of what you've done? It was one of the most impactful roles that you've done?
Yeah, this one is special. It's still going, and it's funny because you make the movie and then there's a period when you're away from it while it's being edited and put together and all of that, so you get distance from it. So by the time the film is coming out, you've potentially made one or two other things in your mind, you've moved on in your mind. So when the audience sees it, it's almost like you're getting to see it again, or you're seeing it for the first time along with the audience. And I was completely and utterly blown away at what Ray was able to do so delicately with this film. It walks a razor's edge of really powerful drama. It's hilarious when it's funny, right? It's hilarious. You laugh like a comedy, and then you cry. It's like, you always hear that cliche, oh, I laughed, I cried. It was like, it's one of those films that really, it covers a broad spectrum of emotion and ideas that's truly rare. And I had secretly, in my mind, felt that I would never make anything better than The Pursuit of Happiness.